Today, I'm joined by another daughter of the famous 18th Division General Le Minh Dao. This is Diane Le, and she will be sharing her experiences today as one of the boat people from Vietnam. So I wanted to start at the beginning. Could you tell me when you were born and where you were born?
I was born in October of 1958 in Dalot. Father was the instructor for the military school. At that time, just like, West Point. Comparable to West Point in America here.
What were a few of the notable moments of your childhood that you would like to share? Do you have fond memories of growing up in South Vietnam?
Well, as a little girl, we was like typical any children live in Vietnam. We're aware of war all the time, and we had a good time because we have a lot of siblings, and I'm the older sister, so I took care of them, and just a normal childhood life.
What are some of the expectations of the oldest sister at that time period in the South Vietnamese society? Were you given certain privileges, or were your parents maybe harder on you than your younger sibling?
Well, of course, we have helper, but my parents didn't want to make us spoil or, be better than anyone else. So I took care of my younger siblings and learn how to cook, learn how to sew, learn how to, do household chores, even though we have servants and drivers and all those. So
what was your relationship with your father like?
He was wonderful. I mean, he always had to fight with the communists, but when he was home, he was wonderful father, fun. He captured or he got for us all the animals that we love. Turtle, rabbit, geese, pig, dog.
Wow. What was your favorite pet?
I love my pigs. Yes, my grandmother gave me one tiny little pigs, and I just love it. And later on, she got 10 little piglets. So we're not allowed to keep them in the house. So I sold them for a lot of money. Bought a lot of gold.
Pigs are very smart. Some pigs are smarter than dogs even.
Well, at that time, I was too young. I thought the pig was money. All I thought about money and gold.
Did you have an idea when you were a young girl of what you wanted to be when you grew up?
When I grown up, I want to be an FBI agent.
Oh, an FBI agent, but South Vietnam.
In Vietnam, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Were you influenced a little bit by some of the friends of your father in wanting to go down that path?
I read the book about detective, some kind like James Bond.
Okay.
So I was very detail oriented. So I said someday I should be an FBI agent.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
What was your relationship like with your mother?
Well, my mother, she was very strict. She came from a very, very structured family. Mm-hmm. And her father, very strict. So as a daughter, she really, really have our home training just like a military base. Fold the clothes certain way, comb the hair certain way, fingernails has to be perfectly clean and very, very has to be very respectful to everyone, not just the elder, just with everyone.
Oh, okay.
Just with the soldier, just with the soldiers' families, just with everyone.
What was it like to be a teenage girl in the time of the war-torn southern Vietnam?
All girls school and all boys school. There's no mixing between girls and boys. At that time, teenagers not allowed to go to movie or allowed this and that. Every book we read, my mom bought it for us. We wasn't allowed to go shop market or anything like that. No. Home, school, and then from school, home. That's it.
How did dating in those days work? Was it still kind of the older system of parents arranging marriages and such with their children and a future spouse, or was there some room for teenagers to meet up with each other and develop relationships?
No teenager meet up. It's always have to be introduced by family, or always have to be introduced by some friends or relative. Just they would tell you, my mom, okay, that so and so have so and so. So there's no It's no go now. That wasn't the time for us. And I went to learn English in the American Center. They taught everyone there English, second language or something, school. Teacher from America, yeah. And then some of them, they qualified. They were qualified to taught English at that time.
I know you said that it wasn't common to be able to like go on like dates or anything, but were you ever able to go to the movie theater and see any of the popular movies from America at the time?
We went with my dad. So most of the time we went to movie with the whole family. And we have soldier, we have my father, we have, like we always came later when the movie turned off the light. So no one will recognize us. Then we went the whole family. Yeah, not a lot, not alone. My mom, she want all the girls learn how to play piano. Okay. Like girly. I didn't like the teachers because he always spanked my hand. He got a little bamboo stick and he could hit you. And I said, well, I didn't like it. So in my school, there was a Korean. They came to the school and they want to teach the girl taekwondo. They taught the boys' school too. So at the girls' school, I think only 2 girls or 3 girls signed up, and I was one of them.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Did your father also want you to get involved in that?
No, my father did not know that until the day that I have the taekwondo exam. Oh. And they invited my father to become, for the first class of taekwondo, Korean, Vietnamese relationship. And my father, he sat very high and he saw me at the football stadium. I was down here fighting back and forth with the boy. Yeah. My father saw him. He said, I thought it was my daughter. So he knew then I liked it very much. So he allowed me. So I studied that until I got a black belt.
How would you compare your experiences and exposure to Western culture compared to the average Vietnamese person your age? Do you think you got some more because of your father's position in the South Vietnamese military and his close relationship with the Americans?
No, I was pretty much all Vietnamese girl until I came to the United States.
When you were growing up in Vietnam, did you wear a lot of traditional Vietnamese clothes, or did you wear a lot?
No. We wore like dresses and nice shoes and all this. No, we did not wear the traditional dresses at all. Mom didn't make it for us. A New Year Day, we all have wear dresses because traditional girl or average family, they will wear áo dài. My grandmother lived in France, so they sent us clothes, and then we love to go to Saigon shopping because my mom bought a dress, or we have a seam dress, make our clothes at home. Yeah, bell bottom dresses, all that.
Yeah, so you kind of look like an American girl.
Yeah.
And walk me through the events from January to April of 1975 and share how your life was changed at that moment.
I just overheard my parents, all the soldiers, they talked about like how the war beginning get more serious and more serious. We got worried, but my parents trying to seal us and did not let us know so much about everything else, because my father, I think he believed at that time that he could fight to the last minute. Our country would never become communist. So by April of 1975, the war got very serious, and we nervous and we scared. And the day when the Viet Cong took over, we had to leave our place, our home, and we almost forgot my youngest brother.
How did that happen?
Well, I think my mom tried to gather all the children and all the drivers, and everybody was in a panic mood. And I think my brother went to the neighbor or something. And then finally we just realized that we forgot my youngest brother. So we came back and we found him. Yeah.
Was he
So
like in his room or something?
No, I forgot now. It just been so long, but I knew that somehow we came back and we're trying to find him, because everyone say if the communists came, they're going to execute us, or they will arrest us, because that compound is all military families. Everybody already left. We went to my grandfather's house. It's in the center of Saigon. Then we didn't hear from my dad until a few days later. You know, my father already went back to the Delta and fought with them, because my father didn't want to leave his soldiers.
During the Battle of Xuan Loc, did you have any communication with your father during those 13 days his men were being attacked?
While my father at Xuan Loc, he misses us a lot. So we came to see him briefly by helicopter. As soon as the helicopter just landed, the communists shoot the rocket to the helicopter, and then we took off. So we have to we cannot land it right away. We just have to flew around. And then my father saw us a little bit, and then he saw that's too dangerous. So he told the pilot, took us home.
So you said that a rocket came for the helicopter. Were you able to see the communists from the helicopter?
No, we did not. We only think we knew that the rocket flew across from the back, the tail.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
And then that's what the pilots say. They were shooting us, so we cannot land. So, you know, things like told us if the communists came, you all know you have to defend yourself, or if the communists attack, you know what you had to do, and you know, things like that. And he said, you know, your father had to fight with communists to protect this country. So live or die is up to God. So don't worry. Just
did you get trained on how to use a gun?
Yes.
Okay. How old were you when you first learned how to shoot a gun?
Around 1971, 72. Yeah.
And did your family keep a gun in the house in case of an emergency?
So we have gun everywhere. We have grenade, we have ammunitions, but we never touched them.
Right.
We knew to kill people. We never touched them.
Right. When Saigon was falling, did your family initially grab a gun for self-defense?
No, we didn't. We didn't, because there was some soldiers, drivers, and some soldier that, you know, came with us to protect us. Okay. No, we didn't.
Just did your father order them to come and protect?
No, at that time we did not have any contact with my father, but they knew. I think that my father already told them, if something happened, you took my wife and the children to, you know, her father's house, or my mom,
sure,
my grandmother's house, to stay there. Yeah.
Sure.